You have a great class of players. Rashaan Slater, the offensive tackle at Northwestern, sat out this season, but he has a Chase Young film against Chase Young in 2019. What is he going to bring to an NFL team?
Consistency. Consistency. Rashaan is so clear about who he is as a person and as a player. He knows his strengths, he knows his areas for improvement, and he really works to operate within his strength wheelhouse. That level of maturity, that level of consistency is an elite trait and characteristic of a really good offensive lineman.
Tell me about yourself. Who is Rashaan Slater?
I'm just a guy, man. I grew up outside Houston, Texas my whole life with my family. Love my family, grew up loving sports. My dad played professional basketball, so growing up, he'd always have us in the driveway doing dribbling drills, shooting drills in the afternoons. So that was always a huge emphasis for us. Fell in love with football in high school. And
do you remember that moment in high school you fell in love with football?
I was playing varsity football. We weren't a very good team, by the way. We won 4 games in 4 years. I was playing varsity football as a sophomore, so I thought I was feeling myself a little bit. And then a kid in our district gets an offer, Division I, and I was like, wait a second, why don't I have a Division I offer yet? And so at that point, that kind of triggered me to okay, I invest a lot of time and energy into this, so it's time for me to start seeing the fruits of it. And from then, that's kind of when it started. And then I started learning a lot about O-line play and how much I loved it.
What's your favorite part about playing the game?
Just being able to execute my will. The preparation is what puts me in position to just do what I want to do on the field. There's no better feeling for me than someone else is doing the same thing. They're practicing, they're working, but when it comes time to go against me, they can't do anything.
Let's get to this film here. 2018, that's you number 70 in that weird stance. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But it's a stance. Nonetheless, you actually play well out of it. Chase Young is right there. Was Chase Young as hyped up in 2018 as 2019?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Here you are, Big Ten championship game. So here you go. It's a reach block to the right. What are you thinking in this alignment as you go to reach Chase Young?
So I'm thinking, I'm solo on this reach. It's a man reach, so I'm thinking I want to get my hat on the play side of his hat. And if I don't reach him in the first couple steps, then I'm just going to try to get strong with my inside hand and clear up the picture for the running back.
And you do get strong with your inside hand right here as you fire off the ball. The one thing that's impressive about your run blocking is you do a really good job at the first level of your hip contact height. And then the best thing you do here, which is very important to not get a holding call, because he comes back inside you, is you keep that inside arm very strong and bent. This is just a really, really good block, everyone. Let's go back here. There we go. Watch this full one time through. Look at this. There's a touchdown here, right? You got this early in the game.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. The stadium was just so loud during that play.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Your dad played 8 years in the NBA. He retired when you were very little. Do you remember much of it? Have you watched YouTube clips of his career?
I definitely don't remember any of it, but trust me, he's made me watch plenty of tape. He blocked Michael Jordan, and that's a pretty cool one to have.
Has his professional experience helped you prepare for the NFL?
Absolutely. Since I was younger, he's always been preaching, take care of your body.
Academics has always been a big part of your life, whether in high school or college. Is that why you chose Northwestern?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. I knew I wanted to go to a school with, a high academic status. But at the same time, when I first visited, I really fell in love with just the culture of the team. Coach Fitz did a great job building that, and it definitely helped going to a school like Northwestern where there was a big academic load, because it just taught me about time management. There's a time to work and a time to play, and so it taught me just how to be able to do that.
The one thing that we had talked to Duke about needing to kind of improve on was second level blocks. And we showed some good ones that you had against Ohio State. This is your first game, I believe, 2019. First game left tackle, right?
Yeah.
You're at Stanford. When you see a play like this, how do you fix this type of block?
You can see I'm getting in his way, but I'm not really displacing this guy like I want to. And so really it's just technique. I don't explode my hips at all. And so we worked a lot with Duke. When I'm getting that second level, it's got to be violent, hip explosion.
It's just technique. It's not
it's all technique.
It's all it is, and it's a very easy fix.
A lot of people saw that as him getting stunned with power, going to the second level, but it wasn't. It was a technique issue. So that's one thing that we made an area of focus, is just his overall tracking and just approach to second level blocks. But you watch his tape, there's not much.
Let's talk about that Chase Young game. A lot of people don't have one game or 2 games you played well against him the year before, where you say, hey, I'm playing against this top draft pick and I played really well. As you prep for that week, especially 2019, are you aware of the matchup you're about to encounter.
Yeah, like that 100%, and you know that's what makes it more exciting. Like my preparation doesn't really change because you know at the end of the day, like I'm treating everyone the same way as far as how I prepare for them. But like when you go against a guy like that, the margin for error just it shoots way down, and so I was really excited for the matchup.
This is what is going to get you drafted so high. What are you thinking? 1st and 10. Oh my God, it's Chase Young out there. Going to be the top pick in the draft. Is there a mental checklist you have before the snap of how I'm going to go about blocking him?
Like for Chase, I knew he was going to have a really good get off, and he's most likely going to go for like a speed rush and try to get hands on the outside. And so number one, I'm thinking I got to get out of my stance and get to my spot. If I don't get out of my stance, I don't have a chance. And so that's what I do. I have a good first step, and from there, I'm just trying to get on his angle so I can change his rush angle.
And then so he tries to kind of swipe that outside hand.
Yeah, and that's why the outside hand has got to go on his outside pec.
Yeah.
Because if it's any more inside, he's going to get my hand
outside
there.
pec right there. Tries to get around you. And then I think what you do here that's really good is so you play basketball with him, right? Like you need to stay between him and the goal, which is obviously the quarterback. So you're just kind of playing basketball. Your hands are still on him right here. Can you feel as a tackle that at some point the end has to retrace? Like he cannot keep rushing on the corner. How do you sense that he's about to come back now and try to get back into play?
You just got to have a feel for it, first of all, knowing the quarterback's launch point and where the quarterback's going to be, after a certain amount of steps, he's about to spin back or try to do something like that. This is something I practiced with my dad a lot back when we practiced basketball, is like putting that hand on the hip and just like feeling them. You have the hand on the hip, you're in control.
You sat out 2020, decided to not come back when the Big Ten went back to work. Why did you sit out?
I was all in on the season. They ended up canceling and kind of doubled down and said, hey, we're not coming back to this. And so that's when I started training here with Duke. And then the first few weeks was learning a ton. My body was starting to improve, stuff like that. And with so much uncertainty in college football, there's a lot of games getting canceled. I just decided to, keep focused on my career, because ultimately my goal is to, have a great rookie season and a long career. And so I just decided to keep investing in that.
What did you learn most about yourself in this 2020?
A lot of stuff was going on, having to make like major decisions, choosing to declare for the draft, picking an agent. Like I actually got engaged in December.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. So it's been like a ton of like, just big decisions, and it's like kind of just been a real like welcome to adulthood type deal.
I'm really excited about Rashawn's overall progress this past fall and winter, and I'm excited about his trajectory as a pro. He's going to be a good one for a very long time.